Hello and welcome back to another round of combat mission of the Ogledow campaign. And we are just about to finish this. We have located Angriffsziel number 2. There are, I think, two IS-2 tanks probably still alive back here, which I want to take out possibly with infantry. Other than that, we are in possession of this objective and still of Ogledow itself. We defeated a flanking attempt down here, even though they still show up on the map. These guys that we used as a reserve are now on the way back to where the main effort is. Now, one thing I noticed after doing a more thorough, analysis of everything and planning is that there used to be a spotting icon for infantry here that we haven't done anything about. So it's quite possible that there's infantry in there, maybe even a T-34. Now, since I'm driving these guys past there, I told them to put a few HE rounds into that forest, so there's that. KTs are here, the infantry is going in, and we'll try to get close to that position behind the road, which is a pretty good position, but my guess is that if I approach from here, and then around here, I might be able to get them one by one in the flank. This one is now pretty green, so we must have spotted something new there, maybe. I didn't hear any firing, so that's good. But yeah, that's a perfect hull-down defensive position, of course, and also kind of anchored against the outside of the playable area. That one's destroyed. Infantry coming in. That's probably pointless, especially if they're deep inside the forest. Oh, he's balked. Oh no. It finally happened. And this one is confused. Come on, free yourself. Oh, thank fuck. Yeah, it's probably a waste of ammo. Yeah, especially that one. Actually, let's see, can that hit anything of mine? Probably not, but still, that was risky. Right, the infantry is here in the Balka. As you can see, I got quite a few Panzerfaust out of the truck that they came in. MG34 here, but yeah, another Panzerfaust 30. Panzerfaust 30. Faustpatrone. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I should be, they shouldn't be able to spot me here, especially down here if I get into this depression, and then from here I can peek over some Panzerfaust dudes and kind of get them before they can turn their turret. Of course, Panzerfaust is not the most reliable of anti-tank measures. Nice detail, I have to say, on this map, which is probably why it lags so much. Alright, I'm going to move them in that depression. It should be relatively safe, I would say. Oh, we're hearing the contact. Oh, what the fuck? Crewman. Oh god, it's fucking John Wick! Okay, maybe it's not that safe. Maybe the tanks can actually see this field. Oh, this is a disaster. Shit. Yeah, now they're shooting back. Kill him! Oh, this is a disaster. Oh, my tank's actually spotting one of them. Alright. Ah, crap, they lost the spot. I mean, good news is we killed John Wick. Bad news is this infantry force is of course now in disarray. We do still have a bunch of Fausts left though. Now this one got nuked, but yeah, that didn't work out as planned, but I have some in a position where I would say they're probably kind of safe now. And even if not, they can draw more fire and maybe my Tigers spot them again. Still, that's a tough nut to crack. I did not think they could... Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, it's kind of hard to judge how high these IS-2s are. Russian tanks are actually usually fairly, like, low to the ground. Okay. I think they are not panicking anymore, so I can sprint them over, I hope. Okay. I want these two Fausts up, because those are my best bet at this point. The others are lying on the ground right now. Yeah, it would be nice to get that one, even though it's a small one. Okay, that drew no reaction. How are they looking? Okay, the squad leader's dead and they're rattled. At least they're not green. How do I best do this? Probably with a slow command, which will tire them out a lot, or hunt in that direction. But they're not actually that close. And I don't want to pop up directly in front of them, then they don't have to turn that turret to shoot me, so that's kind of tricky. I'm pretty sure they have turned their turrets back. Now, in other news, I also of course have this flanking force, but it's hard to judge if I'm actually at a big advantage here. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's see if they get mowed down. Okay. From there they will sneak up on them on the right, from the right rather. I didn't actually expect them to go on the road, but, well... Meanwhile, let's see who wins this duel. Whoa, that ricocheted. That ricocheted as well. He's buttoning up, that's good. Oh, this one isn't buttoned up. Oh, that's good, that's good. They might retreat from that, or at least be a bit confused. Nice. That was great, actually. I'm actually surprised how many of these 122 mils we are tanking here, even though they are King Tigers. It would be nice if we could hit a bit more, but hey. Oh, so this one got knocked out, I think, or at least hit. Or this one is in a hull down position, hard to hit. We can get them with the Panzerfaust team, though. Oh. Never mind, not necessary. I think. And here comes my other flanking force, so yeah, that was... Did he shoot another time? Okay, none of mine seem to have been hit. Alright, that's great. I think those were the last of the IS-2s here. What I will do now is pick up all the dead and wounded and all the weapons, and then I will cease fire. This last kind of almost failed flanking maneuver might actually cost me dearly, because I assume, since I kind of achieved a non-historical victory here, that the next mission will be storming into Stashov. So there will be like semi-urban combat, to put it like that, or at least like large village type combat. And there's still crewmen running around here. Yeah, I don't think you can save much there. These guys will check out if there's any crewmen left to be killed. So yeah, and like with this force that I have here, especially now with the infantry having taken these the casualties, having the prospect of house-to-house fighting is kind of daunting. Okay, as you can see, we're picking up the dead and wounded here, hopefully saving some of these Panzerfausts and machine guns. That said, I have made... they're still scurrying about there, huh? That said, I have made kind of bad experiences with that in the past, where units were reset basically to a TOE standard and thus losing weapons that I had recovered in other campaigns. Although I wonder if in this campaign there will be resupply at all, probably not. So maybe in that case it's good to do it. Generally speaking, compared to other people, I do a lot more buddy aid. Both for kind of role-playing purposes, I guess. And also to recover weapons, and because I think it should actually be more incentivized in this game system. Like, if you don't do it, you get morale damage or whatever, you know? I think that would make sense if you leave people behind. This will probably be the last round. I've picked up almost everything. Oh yes. Yeah, that's another thing. I think especially panicked units should be able to retreat off map in this situation. Otherwise it leads to kind of wonky situations. Yeah, I guess they don't want to shoot at that dude. This guy is the only survivor of that one scout unit that got trapped by the IS-2 in the farm building. He has some stories to tell, I'm sure, as well as some PTSD probably. Anyway, I think I'm gonna cease fire now, and let's see what result I got. And here we go. It's a major victory, not a total one. But still, that's pretty good, I would say, considering how the real one went. We suffered 14 men killed and 14 men wounded and lost 0 tanks, which is pretty amazing. That said, I think we lost 1 basically because the 88mm gun is taken out, so to me that's lost. That said, I think I got pretty lucky in this mission, because I don't think a single 122mm round from an IS-2 actually penetrated, except the one that knocked out the gun. The others all hit like the front in such a way that they bounced off, which I don't think you can like count on really with an IS-2 gun, especially because the late war German armor in this game tends to be very unreliable. They also had a lot of men left because I never touched those infantry positions in the woods. So 85 men killed, 12 men wounded. We didn't capture anyone. Lost 15 tanks, so that's a pretty good result in my book. Let's see. Yeah, we got all the terrain objectives. Okay, so now it's getting interesting. So T-34s we basically completely destroyed, yeah. The Tank Brigade HQ and Battalion HQs apparently also largely destroyed. Then we have the 294th Rifle Regiment, didn't destroy anything. Those are the guys in the forest, I would say. Tanko Desantniki, I'm pretty sure there's a big blob of them left in these forests. And IS-2s we also didn't get, so apparently we missed some IS-2s, and we didn't get any anti-tank guns. Okay, what did they have? They are still holding on to something. FL2. Forward line, maybe? And they got 14 points for the knocked out Tiger gun. They didn't kill our battalion HQ. I wonder how many points they would have gotten if they killed, what's his face, Fon something. You know, the -2 guy. I I wonder if he said it so that if you lose him, they get like 5,000 points and you immediately lose the campaign. That would make a certain amount of sense because you're kind of playing as him. Yeah, we lost some Recce SPWs and crews, some Panzer Grenadiers, although not many, and the transport we didn't really use in combat. And the Pioneer I had in reserve because I was kind of... Well, I will talk about that now. Let's go to review mode here. First of all, overview. Yeah, as I said, these positions where in the FH2 map you have the estate, and this of course is out of bounds, the northern part, didn't touch those at all. I was, however, and that's the Pioneers, and one heavy machine gun is holding the village entrance at this side in kind of like an ambush position. Because I was kind of paranoid that he could have coded them, because that's something that, if I made this scenario, I would have certainly considered it, to code them to send like one, let's say one platoon, just like a scouting mission. Send them, you know, along here through the forest into here, because these were, as I said earlier, these were objective. Just to fuck with the player, that maybe in one of the AI plans or something, I don't know. I could see that happening, so I left these guys there because, yeah, didn't need them anyway. And now that we will probably next time move into Stashov over here, these Pioneers are fresh, they still have all their satchel charges, and I mean, in this scenario you couldn't really use satchel charges. So, yeah, that could be cool to use, or they could be useful here. Other than that, yeah, these are the IS-2 crews, and, okay, there's actually a big blob of Tanko Desantniki in here, probably without any, yeah, they didn't even get hurt, so I didn't get any points here. Maybe they got a little bit hurt from that thing blowing up. Oh yeah, these guys got completely or almost completely wiped except for the leader by these two survivors, so good on them. Regular, and these are also regular, yeah. These guys... Oh, I did actually kill somebody with my random shelling. Okay, never mind. Also regulars. I think the Russian tanks, I had the feeling, were actually pretty good, that crews. Okay, the IS-2s were completely wiped, not even the crews survived, that's good. Yeah, so let's see. I think since they're all completely dead, we can't really look at the crew names, right? Yeah, they probably had, if I had to guess, they probably had historical names. And I don't know if, maybe this was Oskin, but on the other hand he got immobilized in the first scenario, so maybe it wasn't him. It's a platoon HQ, so maybe that was him actually. I don't remember exactly what position he had in this whole unit, so... But yeah, this first ambush was clearly very well kind of orchestrated in terms of planning with the target reference points and so on, which also affect how accurate a tank shoots. Obviously, since these were spotted before and I also kind of knew what happened IRL, they were at a massive disadvantage with their ambush. That said, the main ambush really was here, just like what I thought in real life happened when I researched it, so yeah. Lastly, so von Lega, that was his name. He didn't kill anyone because he was the HQ. I left him back here together with the company HQ in an of the Panzer Grenadiers in an effort to maybe improve spotting, but I didn't really notice anything going too well. So this guy, 2 T-34-85, and this guy is probably the MVP with 5 enemy tanks destroyed, including 3 IS-2 mid-heavy tanks. This is actually kind of interesting. What does a mid-IS-2 look like? Because in FH2 we have the early model. Yeah, this is a different model than the one we have in FH... Oh, yeah, that's I think a different model, right? Because in FH2 the hull looks different. It's like a very rare early version that we have. That's another IS-2 mid. Okay. Interesting. And this guy also took out an IS-2, right? Yeah, another mid one. This one took out one. Which one was the... Oh, this one has the anti-tank gun knocked out, or the main gun. But he took out an M44 T-34-85 first. Another one, 2 IS-2s and a T-34. And 1 T-34. So yeah, we actually spread it around quite a bit with our King Tiger crews here. So yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure if you watch this scenario with me playing it, it will seem kind of like a a walk over or a push over for the jumps. It's not actually the case. I think I actually, for one thing, I got lucky. I really think that I probably should have lost more than just that gun, just by probability, but sometimes probability kind of goes in your favor. Because you saw I bounced quite a few shots where they got the first shot off. These could have penetrated and completely fucked me over because I don't have that many tanks here. And of course I had the advantage of the pre-spotted positions, so this whole ambush here was basically nullified because I assumed that there were T-34s in each of these. And then with the infantry support I could kind of flush them out one by one. And now if they had attacked, let's say I never knew anything about this engagement and I just, drove up here, let's drive along this road, and suddenly these guys drove out of here from the forest and got in close and shot me in the side, they could have easily knocked out a bunch of my KTs. And I mean, these were, here you can see Battalion HQ, cracked troops, so they would have hit. You know what I'm getting at? So if you don't know about this, if you don't know the engagement beforehand like I did, and if you don't know, or if you don't have the spotting information, this is actually a pretty nifty ambush. It's just, it didn't work out like that. And of course back here it was mostly luck, because here you couldn't finesse your way into it really. I think I played it well, but especially here I could easily have lost one or two of these KTs. So yeah, it's not really an easy scenario, but it went pretty well for me, I would say. So yeah, now I can actually look at these guys for a bit. Lots of target reference points, lots of fortifications here. I think in FH2 terms, this is where the estate is. Now in FH2 there's a bit more forest here when it's closed off, and I think this part here is kind of not out of bounds, but there's no spawn points or anything here. But these trenches are actually in a similar position to the FH2 ones that I made, which is cool. This one as well. The layout is a bit different. Like I have houses on this side of the road as well, which is based on Google Earth. I'm pretty sure he probably had better documentation than I used. Although I guess I have this part here. So yeah, it's a bit different, but still fairly similar. And then of course I have a lot of trenches in this area, because it kind of felt right to have positions here. Also for gameplay purposes, obviously. Basically this whole area has several trenches, and then there's forward positions hidden in the fields here for infantry, which is probably not historically accurate, but good for gameplay. But okay, yeah. I hope I'm not boring you too much with this post-dissection. Next time, I assume we're moving into Stashov. And I hope that my Panzer Grenadiers have recovered some of the weapons. I think I lost the Panzerfaust here, sadly. These have two, but they had those before. I think I lost quite a few Panzerfausts here, which is fucking annoying. At least the machine gun here got recovered. This one already had one. Yeah. It's always bad to lose machine guns as Germans, let's put it that way, because that's basically all they have. Yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I think this is actually the first video that will come out in the new year. I'm recording this in November actually. But yeah, Happy New Year. Hope the world hasn't been nuked yet. Thanks for watching, have a nice day.